Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here with you, and I am glad to be here with you. Recently, I have a note about this size. Recently, a Marlene Brooks from California received a note like this in her mailbox. The note said the following: Mrs. with a question mark. Would you consider to be my friend? I'm 90 years old, live alone. All my friends have passed away. I am so lonesome and scared. Please, I pray for someone. Well, it turns out this lady named Wanda lived almost directly across the street from Marlene. And now Marlene has gone over and met with her, and she said, what a blessing in my life, I have a new friend. But it also opened her eyes to the fact that we have so many friends that we could have that are so close to us, that we tend to ignore those closest to us so that we can connect through technology to those who are farthest away from us, and we tend to ignore those that are close. The Dalai Lama said, we have freeways that are wider, but viewpoints that are more narrow. We have taller buildings, but shorter tempers. And it's a phenomenon to me. That technology that brings us close to those who are far away takes us far away from people that are actually quite close. Pope Francis said it best. He said, after all my years of living, it strengthened my conviction that each and everyone's existence is deeply tied to that of others. Life is not merely passing by. Life is about interactions. Indeed, isn't it? Isn't our interactions with one another what makes the real impact that's most important to us? But yet there's 4.2 billion people who text every day. 15,220,700 texts are sent every minute of every day worldwide. And that doesn't include the app-to-app messages. 81% of Americans text regularly. That means every day. Yet 40% of people say that they feel lonelier in general. I think it's the paradox of our times that we have more degrees but less sense, more knowledge but less judgment, more experts but fewer solutions. It was Martin Luther King Jr. who said that the irony of our time is that we have guided missiles but misguided men. Do you find it perplexing that we've been all the way to the moon and back, but then we struggle to start a conversation across the road or across the bus? Last Friday, I went through TSA on my way to coming home. I was in Chicago, and I watched the TSA agent, and I recognized her from before because I recognized the last several times I've gone through, she had no interaction with the people that went through. She just had a stern face. She stopped the thing, didn't even look at him, pass your way. She could look at you but not look at you, if you know what I mean. So I got up there and I said, oh, I've seen you before. And she looked up and says, you have? I said, yes, I've seen you 3 or 4 times. Good to see you. And she gets this big smile. And I said, I remember that smile as well. And she just got even a bigger smile. I said, thank you for that. That's going to help me on my journey home. And I thought she was going to giggle right off her stool. It's that human interaction. Well, it starts with each one of us. Each one of us pressing pause, reflecting on those people around us and how we can have more human interaction, and then pressing play again. Taking a moment to become more conscious. Taking a moment to become more aware. Taking a moment to really reflect on the consequence, the implication of a misplaced word, of an unnecessary argument that we probably know shouldn't have happened in the first place. Or to just speak to someone just slightly differently, in a different tone, in a different voice, in a different empathy, with a different perspective. That's connecting with people in a different level. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and let me close by saying, Mr. or Mrs. or Miss, would you consider to become my friend? Let's be friendly, truly friendly again. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.